buttons.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes.
Have not played.
This one is
exciting.
a 2-player game only.
Oh, then I will watch.
But you are more than welcome to be one of the players. I don't know if Razzle wants to play
Should we
this
do
game.
teams?
Actually, we can do kind of like teams,
Yeah,
where, but
let's
there's
do
like
that.
advisors.
Yeah.
Ben likes Roblox.
You and I should probably be on separate teams.
Yes,
We've each
we
played a game
tried
at
this. We test played
Okay.
it together. I needed a
Ben's
second thought in.
my captain.
Well,
you can stay right
then,
here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna
This
have
still
to
works.
swap with you, Scott, because the headphone cord is like this long,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna hopefully get the dev on a call.
Oh, nice.
We will try. They're not online, but that could change at any minute. This is. We will have somebody pretend to be the game dev if we need to, and they can just read as if they know what they're talking about, various different pieces of papers.
We can go on the actual game dev's Twitter feed and just read out spontaneous tweets.
Yes.
So as to simulate conversation in their natural language.
So it is.
Of course, tweets.
Which is of course tweets. Yes.
That's how I basically just
These are actually. It's a beautifully produced game. All these cards, they feel incredibly nice. They're all really very well made. Let me see.
Again, I don't have to play this round.
If you did, that would be fantastic.
Okay, then I will play.
It would help me because then I can I'll pretend to be the game dev,
Zero objection to playing.
and I can kind of try to keep rules and things in mind and look things up and stuff.
Ever.
And these are smoke clouds that you can use. There's all kinds of neat stuff.
Oh yeah, we get to choose like our team.
Yeah.
We can be like crazy aliens. We
Mm-hmm.
can be like righteous paladins. We can be like pirate party. Or I forget if they were
There's,
in
like-
the expansion. I don't know if we're playing with that.
Beasts of all sorts and kinds, including like some sort of deep crow-looking creature here.
Oh yeah, right. Like the
and
whole
there's
Cthulhu.
like creepy brain monsters.
Space Marines is a team, I think.
Space Marines is a team. There's like
ninjas.
pirates
or, like,
and ninjas.
Yeah.
All kinds of things. Yeah, like look at these guys. They're super cool.
Is that the yellow team? I think that
Yellow
was the one
team.
that I liked.
Yeah. So the way that it works, I was hoping to have the dev on to kind of guide us a little bit more than this. But we'll do our best to show the game off. And hopefully I can get them on the call. So actually, there are suggested ones if we want to try
Oh,
with
yeah.
those. Just keep
Aliens
it simple.
versus Space Marines.
Something like that. Created versus Black Brigade. I lost horribly when I played, if I remember correctly. But the first step, here, I'll leave you guys to that while I try to call the dev.
I will talk a little bit
Yes.
about this game.
Random things.
So one of the interesting features about this game is that like the way so it's a combat game, right? Like it's like
Is this game out? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yes.
so.
Yep,
Oh,
it's
okay.
out. You can buy it on their website.
Cool. So if anyone likes it, you can go to, what's the website?
The website, if you just type !game in chat,
Oh,
it
awesome.
should actually have a link to every single
Oh,
physical
cool.
game that we're showing today.
Great.
So this is kind of like a strategy game. It's a little bit like an XCOM sort of like, you have units and you're moving them around a grid. The interesting thing about the way the scoring works is that the characters themselves don't have an individual health. Do we have the?
I'm trying.
Okay. There's sort of like a team health pool, and it's actually not even a finite health pool. It's sort of like a tug of war sort of thing. So like as one team is inflicting damage against the other, it'll push like the damage meter in one direction, and then as the other team deals damage, it'll push back in the other direction. So one way that you can win or lose is if you get all the way to, I don't know if you can kind of tell on the board, there's like there's like the middle piece where like the slider thing will start, and then it kind of ticks along the sides here. If it reaches either of these X's, those are like the instant kill zones.
Awesome.
So you want to be able to, like if your opponent is dishing damage to you, you want to dish at least enough back so you don't get fallen.
Tug of war.
Yeah. The other thing that happens is after each round, a round will be once all three characters on each team has taken a turn. There are these, I think they're called momentum markers. Whichever team is currently winning on the tug of war thing. I should probably use the real words, but sorry, I've only played this game once. So
The victory trick?
Sure, yeah. Whichever, at the end of each round, whichever team is in the lead gets 1 tick on their momentum meter. And I think it's like, if you get 3 ticks, you also win the game. So those are the 2 ways that you can win. So each team is going to like choose from like these factions. So like, you know, maybe one team is going to be like the pirates versus like the Cthulhu team or whatever. And like, and then within the team, there are like a bunch of different characters. It looks like, what are there, like 8 characters per team. You actually only choose 3. So like within your squad, you can choose a group of 3 characters. Those will be your characters for the match.
Which is really cool because the amount of replayability that you get with it, I mean, it's like massive.
Yeah, the character designs are all really different. Like not even just between the like amongst the teams, but like between like the different like squads or whatever. Like, you know, they all have very different feel, like different themes. So I guess like did we decide if we're gonna do the starting teams or if we're gonna like?
We can mix it up a little.
Okay.
I mean, we did play this one other time, and if we have to refer to the book at all, it's all good. We have, 45
I
minutes
want
to
to be
figure
the
it all out.
creepy. Let's be the creepy white.
Creepy
The
white ones, the
things.
kind of Death Angel-y kind of looking.
Yeah, let's be
Okay.
that.
Their cards sound awesome.
So these are kind of like our mana, if I recall, sort of.
Yes. Yeah.
So you get like a hand of different mana, and there's a limited amount of each. And
Skill cards, as
yes,
they're
skill
called.
cards,
You go
and
up
they
just to show some
activate
of
the
the-
different things on these cards.
I'll show my creepers off.
Oh yeah, go for it. That sounds like a great idea. Sorry guys, we're kind of winging it this time.
Which is the
Yeah, him, he's
opposing.
pretty cool looking. Just kind of showing off some of the art.
Yeah, the character designs are really cool.
The art is really nice too.
Really bold shadows on all of the
Yeah.
Yeah,
characters.
it gives it like a really stark feeling. I think before we were like kind of compared it to like almost like a Darkest Dungeon sort
Yeah.
of vibe,
Yeah,
like
it has
very
those
like
thick black lines that kind of darken everything a little bit. It's not a happy looking game. There's no like happy little pink fluffy things. It's all kind of like
Super brutal.
So I don't know if you noticed when. Oh yeah.
This
So
is the first step.
I don't know if you noticed when Rasler was showing off the cards. Each of the characters have 3 different abilities, and they're all color coded. That's with the skill decks. Do you want to steal one of these?
Oh, yes,
I think
please.
Alex has your teams. So the skill decks has like these cards of different colors. So this is like a fixed deck, sort of. Like these are resource pools. Like each team has the same 3 of each color sort of deck. At the start of the game, you start with 5 cards, like 5 of any of these cards. So I could choose like 2 red ones, like a yellow one, a black one, etc.
Right. There's no randomness, right?
Yeah, you always have like perfect control and information about what you personally have as resources for your team. And the colors on these cards correspond to the colors of the abilities. So the abilities will say like exactly how many resources you have to spend, but it'll always be of like the corresponding type. And so depending on which heroes you choose for your team, like one time when I played, like none of my
How
heroes
many
even
heroes are on a team?
3. So we can choose any 3 of those.
I want Scully, dude.
Scully.
Dude, all right, I vote for this lady.
Okay.
Is there a certain color of deck we should use to go against them, or
So
We're against them.
there are probably
yes, we are against them?
there are probably more
I
things to
presume,
explain
unless
as
this
well.
is a new type
because
of being friends.
what's
I think
interesting
they're
is-
gonna try to kill us now.
We've got these different
Yeah, ninja
cards, and they have these different, like Ben was saying, they have these different abilities that you can see at the bottom. And if you notice, there's little symbols next to them on this side, and those are actually explaining the range for each ability.
But it's
also
also
And
very
this guy.
nice,
So
right?
these cards are actually represented with these little
Ninja Wizard
cool
Monster.
tiles.
How can we lose?
Oh, on
And
the
these
board.
tiles are
spread.
going to be on the board. So it's both a card game and also definitely like a
Board game.
board game strategy type thing as well. Here's the one for the Skull Dude. Here's the Fire Chick one.
And we got this guy with the blade on. Or
Blade
no, he's got a
Master
shield.
Bullshit.
Shield on.
A good
So
one.
we're going. I'll just show you who we've decided on.
Or someone else.
Blade Master Roshi. Naturally, it's a firm pick. We've got Snowblight.
Wow. Is that like an ice hippopotamus? That's what it looked like on the
He's
camera.
got just sharp teeth. And we won't worry about it. And then we got our wizard.
Perfectly friendly.
I didn't catch his name.
Seems like a really pissed version of the re-extinction.
Ooh, he's he's actually a
The dinosaur.
chronomancer.
Good to see.
Oh.
Tosh.
So we have all the colors represented. So we should probably go for like a mix. Like we have a little more red and a little more blue, a little more black, a little more white, not so much yellow.
Too much strategy.
But that yellow thing is really.
Strategy.
We went for these guys.
It's actually going to play well with this one too.
This is a little
His
kind
blue
of
is
guide
actually
that they
gonna
have.
be
There's like a
blue.
legend.
Alright.
This is the different ranges
I
that
don't
are
know.
available.
I haven't played, so.
And these are the different types of skills that you can have. Those are the general
So we
classes
can get rid of
of
these
them.
other cards.
This is our card bank.
One thing to
Yeah.
keep in mind, Scott, and for the people at home watching, so some abilities will apply effects. Like, so for example, like this character has an option to slow an enemy unit. So the interesting thing about the way the effects work when you apply them to a character, the ability will have a cost. So for example, this one's blue, so it'll cost like 1 blue card to activate.
Okay.
It's also a blue effect on that character. To continue that effect into the subsequent round, we will have to pay a blue to maintain that effect. If we do not pay a blue before the next round, an additional blue before the next round, the effect will wear off. I mean, the advantage is that you can keep an effect going as long as you're willing to pay for it, but it will continue to cost you.
And you can, I believe you can only have that active effect on a single character.
Okay.
That sounds right.
You
So you wanna have a
can't
wide
cast
variety
it
of-
twice. It's like it takes concentration.
Color effects.
So to
So would
speak.
you suggest a change on any of these just based on the colors I picked?
I don't know. I got the sense that the game was fairly well
You
balanced.
didn't get to third.
So I don't think there's like really a wrong choice. There might be like stronger synergies.
I just put on top
okay,
of the
cool.
clouds and them. And
What is a spawn?
Spawns are like little. They're kind of like little units, but they don't really do anything. They just kind of like stand still.
Okay.
The advantage to them is that in this game, there are rules about leaving like the engagement zone
I see.
of another character. So like if a character tries to move, they basically they take up space on the board, and you can position them strategically to make it more challenging for your enemy to move about the board.
And our cards will cycle in a draw and discard?
Well, so at the start of the
Or-
game, we get to choose 5 of them. So you might have a better sense. I'm reading over our characters now, but you
Okay.
might have a better sense of like what colors do we need, which colors can we. So like we start with 5, and then there's an action that we can take. So like basically on each turn, so in each round, each character gets to take like 1 turn basically, and on their turn, the character can take 2 actions. They can move. Wait, is movement an action? I forget how it works. I'll have to look it up exactly. But essentially, they can do,
they have an amount of movement, and then they have an action they can take.
Okay.
If I recall.
And then the third thing that they can do is they can either take another action, or they can do like rest, or I forget what it's called. But basically, they can essentially like sacrifice their third action in order to let us draw more of these resource cards. So so we'll be spending them, and then that's also how we can get them back. But we each get 5 at the start of the game.
Razzle, what do you think we should do card-wise? I vote that we grab a couple of these since we have so many of that color. They're like our mana. Like it costs
Okay.
one of these to do
Okay.
one of
This
the
can also
actions
be-
Yeah,
that
that
are
makes
that
sense.
color.
Yeah,
Oh,
so each
okay.
character has that.
Another-
Since we don't want to sell them.
Yeah.
And there's
So I'm
maybe
thinking like,
a
is
red
that?
and a blue.
Yeah.
So we get 5, right?
So that's how
It's
he
a
works.
pretty decent
Yeah, I was gonna say
option.
stock up on black
And
because
also
they
the-
both have
the
that ability, and
is
it's
basically
seems
like add a
powerful.
card
So-
to your
We don't want to
Awesome.
cut ourselves out from being able to do something along those lines.
yeah. The nice thing about starting with black is that it'll let us draw cards of any of the other colors. So.
True thing. We got 4 so far. We need 1 more.
How much? Okay. So I would say maybe one of those. Yeah.
Just to get him
I had abilities like that. on
closer
my
for
team.
something like that.
Yeah. It's a powerful ability in my experience.
I will trust said experience. And shuffle these?
Nope, they just stay because like every time we draw cards,
You
we
get
get
to
to.
pick?
So what are these?
Ah, sweet.
So I don't know if these might not come into effect in this game. Some characters have the ability to place fog on the board, in which case it
It makes it so you can't see
you
basically
can't
inside and
attack
outside.
into or out of the fog. If you're in the fog, you can attack other people in the fog, and if you're out of the fog, you can so like
Looks like a little
players
bubble.
fog of war.
move it strategically. So
So your characters all start in this
Yes.
dark band. Our characters all start in this dark band, but first
we
can place our own walls wherever we want on the board
and
as
so
like a.
arbitrarily one of our teams goes first. Do you have a preference?
We go first.
Sure. Where you want to do this like Ouija board style? We just kind of.
Each for-
Let's put it right in the middle.
All right, sure.
Kind of
Well,
a barricade.
it has to stay
Right.
in the no half
No
squares,
halvesies.
no halvesies.
I don't care. And, well, I mean, strategically, we can give ourselves like the defensive position, or we could cut off like a section of the board.
Oh. I don't know. Do you want to just do something like that?
That's perfect.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
kind of what I was thinking.
There are characters that can go beyond the walls. They
Yeah.
have like wings on them. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
winged. Yeah, there's a description right
Do you have
here.
any characters like
But I
that?
don't think we
Um,
chose any
And as
characters
far as
like
things
that.
that
So
like this guy here, this
you
has to be
have a tough time. See the winged down at the
It's
bottom.
not like
there.
a teleport too, right?
So we just put our characters in here. It doesn't matter where.
I
Oh,
believe
the
we-
range?
Do we
No,
take
the blue
turns
one there.
placing
The blue one?
characters?
Okay, so
This is the
when it
starting
says like
point, though, right?
target
But-
dash
Three-
dash
three-
dash,
three
that
dashes.
means
There's a
it can
little
be
bit of
up to 3
strategy
spaces
involved.
away.
It does not matter if there's a wall or not, or
We can just place them.
probably they'd have a wall in the middle or something like
Key
that to
card
indicate.
Short range, up to 3 squares away from the champion.
Okay, so
Got it.
here's a cool thing about this chick.
Range
Enemy
is-
champions ending their activation in melee range take 2 damage. So if you're like body
Oh,
checking with
nice.
her constantly,
It doesn't say that it
and
stops at
like
walls,
these things
so it
don't
sounds like it
have
can
hit
shoot
points.
up
It's
walls,
all
but-
about like the balance on the
Right.
board.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a
And
pile
each
of rocks,
character
right? It's not
getting
very
hit
tall,
goes to
so you can't move
collective
through it, but I
health.
guess
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and they never die.
seems. So what do you feel are the rules, or maybe do you know what the rules are about? Like some ranged abilities can go 3 squares. Can you go 3 squares over a wall? Or
I don't think. I think these block attacks.
those are okay. They
I think
just
that
block
yeah,
everything.
they block everything.
Cool.
From what I understood, and if we play it wrong, that's the dev's fault.
Oops.
They're not here to correct us.
For not being on the call.
It happens. It's possible that it was like a miscommunication with time. Like,
Alright,
there's
let's-
like all
I
those
think as long
time
as we play it all the
zones.
same way, we'll be all right.
Yeah, let's get this going.
okay.
I want to fight.
Yeah, the battle begin. What
I feel
really
like this is
intrigued
more
me about
aggro.
this game is
This
the fact that it's
Maybe
got so much, so many elements to it.
he can move fast.
I
That's
don't know.
what
I don't know
means.
that
So,
it's your
Oh,
type
okay.
of game.
You
You
can
seem
move fast.
No,
more drawn to
I
like
think enemies
the
get hurt if they attack.
I-
and- or
simplistic
wait.
This is
actions
the
or-
this is the only way I could play
It's like
these type
they
of
all have the
games. Is
special,
like someone
Running
else
Man,
telling
fire
me.
thing.
Okay.
The first time
That's
playing
one they
with
all
a
use, so they
Sherpa,
don't-
Oh,
that sort of thing.
Understood. Yeah.
It's not like I have an issue
Yeah,
with games
you
with a lot of
automatically
rules
hurt people there.
outside of as long as it's not I get to play with someone else first.
Oh, he makes
Right.
people
So
fast.
You know.
yeah. So long as you're not like trying to
Oh,
figure out all
yeah.
of the rules
No,
by
so
yourself.
that plays well to
I
his
understand.
top ability.
Oh, so
alright.
you guys all chose to go over to the side there.
We don't
Let's
have
see
a
who does it.
secret
There's no
plan, right?
strategy for
It's just-
anything. This we're just whim
very
on a whim.
random.
There.
Well, wow.
It just kind of drops from the
Yeah,
right.
they fell there.
Oh.
From-
So you guys get to take the first turn. So for one of your
The box.
heroes, you get to.
We get to move them. Yeah, we take turns moving each hero.
Yeah, hero by hero.
Hero
So
by hero, and then at the end of the round, we determine which. There's
We
like
do
a
the
balance
momentum,
momentum,
yeah.
What is
thing.
the movement speed for the characters?
The movement speed is it 3 by default? Except the characters with like the little running symbol.
Okay.
Yeah,
get
the
an
winged
additional-
symbols get 4 squares.
Champions move up to 2 squares in any direction, including diagonals.
Additional action.
So yeah, so the default is 2, but then the running symbol means that they can move
Right,
3.
So we've got
Cool.
So all our guys move the same.
yeah, and our range stuff is 3 squares for that, and then 1 square away, and then this symbol
So
here
let's
means
move the
it's the
person
champion.
that has the range, which is the girl.
Well, he's got a range too as
Oh,
well.
right.
But
So yeah, each champion gets 2
Yeah.
actions
Let's
each time they
go-
activate. So one action can be to move, or like both actions can be move if all you want to do on the turn is just move. And then like an action can be to use one of their abilities.
right like that.
And then you can also just pass. Like you don't have to take full action with all of your units.
If we, so there's 3 phases of action.
So there are 2 standard ones, and then your third one is either to take another third action, or to I forget what it's called, but it's the thing where you get
Draw like what,
Yeah.
2 cards?
I think it's 3, but
3?
let me double check.
Okay. We're learning, guys. This is a really cool game. I've only played it a couple times, but
Yeah.
it struck me as awesome, and I really wanted to make sure that we had a space on the Super Show for physical games because it's even harder for people to show those off. And so there.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
Yeah, if anyone who likes like really like tactical like SRPG or like XCOM type unit resource allocation in a very strategic tactical sense.
So
Like,
do we do anything else on our turn here?
I think we can
You've only-
choose to.
You've only used
move
one action.
another. Like we could move up here and then attack this dude.
Okay, so you can move the character twice?
you get 2 actions
Oh, okay.
on each of your turn, and so you can spend them on movement. You can spend them on using
I
abilities.
see.
And then I
The
forget where.
tough part about this guy is he's hard to hit. When
Yeah.
he's targeted by an enemy ability, the enemy must spend an additional skill card.
So
of
if we
any
moved
color.
her again, we wouldn't be able to attack that turn.
We could choose to attack her, or we could choose to attack with her, or we could choose to draw some more cards.
Okay.
Is there a maximum hand size?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so we could get more.
That would be terrible. That's definitely something
We
we
could
should
get
ask.
more ability potential, which
Mm.
I think is actually what we should do because
Okay.
he's gonna eat up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, why don't we hold back and get more?
Is she in the most strategically good spot? We're happy with this.
Yeah,
I
you
think
just still get
so.
1 more free movement,
Oh,
and
okay.
then after you use both of those.
To move him up in case they come from that angle?
It's per character.
Oh,
so
oh.
like we'll take one, then they'll take one. So it's not like
Oh, I get you.
full
Okay, I
turn based. It's
understand.
like each character.
Oh, okay. So it's not like an overall pool of you got this many I see.
Right, it's not like a massive
That makes sense.
overrun of all of my stuff, then all of your stuff. It's just a little more paced out.
I think she says a distance attack. I'd like to keep her where
And yeah,
she's at.
you don't have
Yeah.
to take a second action. You can yield your action.
Unless
Actually, I think 1, 2, 1, 2.
You can move her
no
one
matter where
space.
they go, they're gonna be able to hit us unless she goes over here. And it's. I say defensively, we should put her here.
okay.
Actually, I think this is a better
She
space.
can hit through walls, right?
I don't think you can hit through walls.
But she has
But
a ranged attack.
It's gonna be their turn
Oh, okay.
after, so she'd just be a sitting duck there.
Okay.
I don't know. That's my
Um,
suggestion.
So she took
And-
2 actions. Now you could have her take a 3rd action if you wanted to,
But we
but
don't
then
want to.
your other option is to
grab.
Pick a
pull
card,
3
any
cards,
card.
3
Three,
skill
wow.
cards. Yes,
3.
Wow.
of your choice.
Yeah, so we're gonna
So you
stock
guys can
up.
make those decisions, and we'll start
Yes,
taking
you
action.
guys start yours because
So
we only
she-
have like a half hour to.
Oops.
I would say we gotta get this guy
Yeah.
kind of
Let's do it.
up front. So we'll do 1, 2.
We'll do
Oh,
this.
then
he's going.
here.
He's going a long way.
Think so?
And those cards,
I don't know.
so-
Why the long way? Want to just like
Yeah,
get in
go
there?
on. Yep, sure.
It's kind
Up
of like a mix between chess and Magic the Gathering.
And then another movement forward, or you
Yeah.
can hold them back.
In a sense, like we've got these
what are we
pieces,
doing
or
here?
Dungeons and
Sorry, I'm
Dragons
saying opposite.
in a way. Calvin, how's chat doing? Hello, internet.
I feel like one more space.
They
I feel like
sticking
we
around.
want one more space. Get on the front lines.
Yeah, their guy's a charger, so he's gonna be able to like close gaps like either way. I was just like, if he was super dangerous, like we might not want to get too close to him. But I say just like let's go for it. Let's just like get up in.
Check out some combat. I think everybody wants to see some combat. So
Yeah.
let's move forward off to this side.
I think we should go after
Still
her
go on.
because his little shield symbol means that we don't want to be attacking him. We just want to be attacking
Alright, so we'll pop them right there.
other characters.
Right up the,
Uh,
right up the
yeah.
line.
And then,
2.
Interesting.
I mean, if we wanted to, we could gun it and like close the gap. We could just get right up in her face. We could go use our 3rd action to go 1, 2. Go right here.
But then he has no attack, correct?
That's true.
You
Well, yeah,
also
but he's not
take
gonna
2
attack us.
damage by ending your action.
Oh,
next
because she's
to
a
her.
fire person.
Yep.
But he's also a fire person, so
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But
why
that
not?
means.
It cancels each other out.
Oh,
wait,
no, actually, 'cause it's
she-
turn-based.
Right, it's only if you end your activation.
Mhm.
So.
I see.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be
That's
negative
interesting.
towards me. It would
you
just
want to
be.
hang out right there then? Or right around the
Um,
corner?
Well, so do we need more of these? I guess it couldn't hurt to get more of these cards.
We definitely want more
Okay,
cards, for sure.
All right, well, so stay there and you can pick us 3 more cards.
Alright.
Oh, sorry, that's your dude. And that will be the end of our activation of that dude guy.
Yeah.
Do we want to...
All right. Who do
I'll
we wanna
trust
move
you.
in?
Alright. Alright.
Okay, the shield symbol, which is what both of our other guys are defenders, means that all of their damage is reduced by 1. So, what are we gonna do? They've got a speedy dude, which means he can take 1
I'm going this
additional
way.
action during their spot.
Seems like a good
and
idea. We get a little variety pack there.
Yeah.
Um,
charge ability.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh no. They're both their range things actually like send the character into like melee range. Like their ranged stuff is all he charges and he drags. So we want them to stay away from this angry hippopotamus as
His
much
name
as
is
possible.
Snowblight.
Snowblight.
Do you want to move up?
He likes
this
to get
guy or
scratched by
this
an
guy?
ears.
Should we like kind of make him go over here?
He doesn't have ears.
Is there anyone that would be good at attacking?
Her. She's the only one that's going to be able to face him.
So
but
what?
we don't have to focus our damage on a single character.
Sure, that's when we move forward.
We can also like try to steer our
Is there some
combat
reason we
towards-
don't want to attack him?
He's got this fire
Yeah.
ability, which is the same as hers.
Right.
And that means that anybody that ends their
Right next to
turn
him.
right next to him is going to take a lot of damage. And so we don't want to do that with these melee guys unless.
But if we start with her and then the next turn bring in another melee guy, then we can maybe get some extra damage on him or no?
Let's see, what does it say exactly? Enemy champions ending their activation in melee range of a burning champion takes 2
Do we
damage.
wanna?
Can you attack and then run? Could I like
Uh,
walk up, smack him, and then leave? What happens
you have
when you
two
break
movement.
Right,
combat?
so there's
There's,
the
like-
other rule
Yeah,
pertains
there's combat
to
breaking rules too.
so targeting and engaging. When engaged, a champion can only target themselves or the enemy champion is engaging them. When a champion enters the melee range of an enemy champion, they become engaged. This represents two-sided, so that like, both characters are engaged to each other.
Aww,
Mazel tov.
engagement.
Engaged champions cannot target other members of their squad, even if they're in melee range. Breaking away. Champions are breaking away if they use an action to move out of melee range. When engaged, a champion who breaks away suffers 2 damage action
Oh,
from the
jeez.
champion
Right.
that they break away.
Yeah.
So you get 2 damage
So-
regardless.
Right, so it would make the most sense to try to avoid this guy and
Go for one of
go for
those.
like these guys here.
Do you want to move with Skull Dude?
Yeah, we can move up Skull Dude. His drag damage target. Place the target in range of the Herald. His ability cannot target the Herald. So the Herald is kind of like a relocator dude. So he can go, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If we move him right here, we can shoot this guy. The only downside to that is we have to use an extra action
Let's
card
do it.
of any color that we want.
Okay.
Yeah, let's shoot him. That costs a blue card to do the drag, and then
So we bring him towards us?
we'll discard an extra thing, and then yeah, we can put him anywhere we want. So let's throw him right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And so now do we
Dude.
move the damage thing?
It deals 1 damage. So yeah,
Right, so move it towards them?
towards
Towards
us,
you.
like we're winning.
It's like a point
Isn't this
system.
bad though? Isn't red bad?
I guess you could do it either way.
Am I not
Oh,
making
one of
sense?
any color.
Well-
it basically means like as long as we're consistent about it. It
Well, I'm
just means
saying
that,
like this to me
Oh,
would
I
mean like
see.
you lose, right?
As
You can do
opposed
it
to
that
winning. Yeah, you're
So-
right. That
right.
does make more sense.
Right.
Well, wait,
in the
his
sense that you're
ability.
in danger.
Hold on, wait.
We use this die.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying the way retribution works, it says if the damage meter is on your opponent's side of the track, meaning if. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Okay.
I was like, there's literally no way that would make sense. Like red never means good.
We can turn it to be
Let's
beneficial
fight. Let's
regardless.
turn this into a fist fight stream. I'm ready.
That's where board games often go. Flip
Okay,
the table.
so these return back to our pool of mana.
So at this point,
So it was actually a
could do
really
that
good call
and
that
grab
we drew cards with her.
those,
That
or we
wasn't
know
so
at this
bad.
point that we also have that. going.
Was that your whole turn?
Um,
We
can we
moved
do one more action?
twice and then we did an action.
Okay, so that's
No, yeah, we moved twice and did an action.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's what these symbols are for.
Nice.
We can do this.
Yeah. How many cards do you have in your hands?
6.
6.
Right, because they had to expend extra in
Yeah.
order to do that. So we should use our. So they'll use one of these, right?
Just one. How many cards do we have?
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
notice
we
there's
can do
little
extra?
like flavor
Well,
text
I mean,
on,
he's right there already.
on the different
So
colored
we could do
things.
that first to
Or
get.
we could just do this twice.
Look, these all have
Right.
flavor text on them.
And then do that.
And
We
it's
have
all
eight-
different, even though they're the same colors.
Oh no, he's
You want a piece
chunky.
of the cat,
So no,
you
you know what we
won't
should
have
do is
to
we
come
should
through
do
me.
charge.
Can't get story.
Oh frick, she's
And
fired.
anvil, drive
Yeah.
them towards
Really
me.
well
I'll
defended.
They
break
have 2
them.
defensive, so we gotta start breaking on the defenses anyway and try to stay away from the fire. At least in ending turn.
Well, so there's no point in using that
So the
ability
dev not
because
realize
you won't
what
take
time?
any damage. The little shield means that they
It's
take
really
one
hard
less
We
to
would
time.
get the
time
2
zone.
cards,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we could
Yeah,
do
there's no
better
point
roll.
in doing that though
I
because
also
we can
I feel
instead
bad
just
'cause
instead of
I
pushing,
send out, like,
we can just
jillion
plan at
emails.
the end of our turn.
That's
We
how I
get 3
feel. I
cards
try
instead
not
of
to
2
overdo
cards.
it.
It
Sure, sure,
cost
sure.
us 1.
I
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to
This only gets us
minimize
1
it.
card.
Yep.
Um,
So,
either
pop
they
these?
missed the time or they somehow didn't understand
no,
it needs to be on the
I mean that's
show.
not very good either.
Or
I feel like
their
we should-
card exploded.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
I kind of want to say
Real
just
life
like
happens.
suck it
The
up
fact that
and
it's
go
40
after
devs and
burning
this is
lady.
like the second time that it's happened is
Really?
actually awesome.
That is pretty great.
It's
like,
not
I
bad.
think our
because
team's
it's
gonna
I was
really
thinking
hit
about that if like I
range.
got stuck
I
in
think it's
traffic
the-
or something. It's like,
Because
no.
like we don't have
Didn't
ranged
just-
attacks. Like all our good attacks are melee attacks.
Well, that's the same for their side also.
but unlike
They are more
uh,
defensive than we are, so they're
right.
going to take less damage over time. So we need to
Right.
make sure we're doing the DPS.
So in order to do the DPS, I think we just have to suck it up.
I love that it says it's a tactical game in 30 minutes or less. And I think that's only if
you know
it's,
the rules, yeah.
It's only if you are really playing one person versus another
This
because
says if before.
the
Yeah.
debate
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
happening right here.
Yeah.
So that's already the case. So we can do that before attacking, right?
If we just,
Other
I would say
interesting
like leaf cutter
things
plan.
about the game. I'm gonna pretend to be the game dev. I'm not the game dev,
I can.
but they also this is the original
So,
game, and they also
those
released an
and then we get the plan,
expansion
so you get
that
to
they
take
sent
3,
along
so
with
you
it.
can choose which they-
And they actually included with the expansion, which I thought was really cool, a whole bunch of alternate playing styles for the expansion. This is the expansion.
So good.
Dun-dun.
What'd you guys do?
Champions.
We
It added
punched you for 2 points
new-
of damage.
Oh, okay.
And that's all.
it added new characters
It's
for
actually
each
for 4 points of damage.
and every
Except for
class,
that.
like every single
Halved.
faction.
0.
Okay, so we lost. We got 2 hit twice. 2 points. of damage.
Oh, well, did that even including the reduction in damage?
Yeah.
Ow,
So we get 3
that's
cards now.
mean.
Wait a second.
Guys are mean.
Okay, so now
Yeah, that's a
we're gonna.
defender
No,
class.
it is
thing.
it is the other way around. So this is having it on this side is good for us
Okay.
because the way it reads is retribution.
So as if you're doing
Triggers
better,
If
therefore.
it's on our side.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, retribution. It means he gets better if we're winning. Is what that means.
I see. That makes sense.
Um,
Right?
So you should be on 2, right?
except you had
We
done
had
1
it
damage
in
to
one.
us, so
Oh,
it moved
okay.
to
Alright.
yeah.
The tug of war continues.
It is. It's like a board game tug of war.
Okay.
It's
So
a neat
now we've
victory
got-
track. It
we
really
got
is
2
for a versus
guys-
game. That's a really
Oh,
cool way to do
oh,
the
now
victory
it's his
track.
turn no matter
his
what.
turn,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they each get a
Okay.
turn. It's it's a lot like Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, because yeah, now it
actually.
indicates that they're waiting,
Mhm.
so they can't go. I gotcha.
We could roll for initiative.
All right, so then we're gonna move our war golem.
I think what we should do is move from 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Drag. Oh no, that wrong guy. Charge. We can charge in then. I think right. 'Cause that's 3 spaces. So 1,
Yeah.
2. We can pin him down right here, kind of,
So
and
then he
deal
can't
him a
leave.
damage, and then that is a full turn.
Okay. Let's do it.
And I think
So all
that's
3
it.
of your heroes are really alive throughout the entire game here, which
Yeah,
is
they
interesting.
don't leave
Yeah,
it
You're
down.
not.
usually
You're never gonna like
characters
get the
die.
advantage by overpowering one. Aside from the fact that, everybody's gonna end up in one section of
I
the map
imagine
at
this would
some
be an
point.
easy game to like make alt rules for too.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
if you wanted it to be more familiar to like a game that you're used to playing.
So you spend 2.
2 cards. Yep, I discarded an extra. We only had 6. We now have 4.
He's not
And
super
he
good. I don't know why I
charges.
picked him.
You said you're gonna put them right there, right?
Oh yeah,
I don't think anybody's ever gonna
I
do
mean, I
something
think
where
you
you
can
have to
still
do
get
that or
out.
really worry about it.
Okay.
but
Oh.
I don't, diagonally.
Oh, true.
But
I
it's
guess-
still it's a good spot to
But-
be, I think.
Not even that ranged.
Oh, actually, yeah, because he'll be
Depends on the
technically closer
Well, this is actually that could
this
be
way if he
that could be
touches
awesome.
him. Or no, actually, if he runs, he'll be closer here.
Because
Is
it's
this a
2
better
actions and then
ending
an attack.
Because we can literally put him anywhere in melee range, so that gives
Okay.
us the whole nice.
That
grip.
works.
You think this is
Yeah.
better
He's not
strategy?
working.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Awesome. We are done.
All right,
You
now
take.
it's,
Did you take your 1 damage?
you keep a bit of.
Okay.
So.
Why do I suddenly smell bacon?
Also smell bacon.
It's not me.
There is a cafe right near our game assembly office.
So it's his turn
I
now,
smell
right?
like massage oils
And he should.
from having done a massage the hour before this.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
stress relief.
Yeah.
Can't possibly be.
Yeah, no, yeah, relax.
stressful.
I'm relaxed.
Yeah,
No, I don't like him either. He was a terrible choice.
Do you also smell
I feel
bacon?
like you should just
No.
go.
Yeah, it does.
It's
We could
really
ask.
good. What's up?
No, I mean like hide in the
Oh,
corner.
yeah,
or
okay.
something. 'Cause
He doesn't get a turn.
He's honestly just a liability.
He's terrible. I don't.
He's really bad.
Oh, yep, I know.
I saw this and I was like, oh, that seems good. Yeah, we'll get a whole bunch of that going on. You know,
Yeah.
that seemed like something you'd want, but I guess no. I tried to build a draw deck here where I could get as many cards as I wanted, and there's no imbalance there. He's terrible.
Is there?
I've screwed us. I'm sorry. All right.
We're gonna try to win this game in 5 minutes.
Well, let's just move him then.
Whoever's got the best,
Yeah.
Maybe go up
most
and-
progress wins.
Just
Yeah, it's been a tug of
We
war.
could
get him as far
flurry.
away as possible.
We can
and
flurry.
then just like
Draw some extra
turns.
cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while you guys are
No,
drawing,
you can't flurry.
Oh, we can't.
It's-
No.
it's our
He's
turn.
gotta be
Because
melee.
he sucks. Because he's horrible.
damn it, Scott!
Yeah, so that was the last movement. So now we get to reactivate all of our things. If we had any status conditions, those would get alleviated. The track is actually at 0, so I don't think anyone gets momentum. Oh, sorry.
No. What does momentum do?
It's the other way to win.
Oh
So
yeah,
basically
these tracks. Yeah.
What
Names
caused the
being
momentum again?
If it was here, we would get a point of momentum. If it was here, you would get a point of
Wow.
momentum at the end of the rounds. So it's like whoever's like
Getting there.
ahead, but it's still a tie game. So
Yeah. We ended that one
We're
even.
Evenly matched.
Yes. So
yeah.
Just want to wail on this guy, right?
the downside to wailing on this guy is it costs 2 cards to attack him each time, as opposed to
But
this
isn't this
guy
guy
here.
worse?
Wait.
This guy is worse because it damages us
Right.
for 2.
And
Just like,
everyone's
do you want to
around
spend
him.
cards or do you want to spend damage?
So we want to, if we can, we should attack him with.
Oh, there actually are no line of sight rules, so you can actually
Oh!
shoot through those things.
Oh, really? It's just
Yeah.
melee
Hmm.
then. Oh, well then. Well.
What about charging
play
and
as many
dragging?
yellow cards as you get?
You can't
For her?
stand on it, but you can.
So why
Oh,
don't
sweet.
we
You can like aim over.
use one of their turns first
Yeah.
and have them draw extra
Yeah,
cards?
yeah.
Right? Awesome. We got strategy, guys. We're doing it. It's good. We're
All
so
right, let's go.
ready.
So let's go. I think War Golem. He wants to do some stuff.
It's an extra little park him.
Or do you want to
in
do
the
slice
action.
and dice?
Ooh, there's also
Sure.
light.
Right.
Look at
Three
that.
movements, get him on
From
board.
now on, enemy champions engaged with the Herald deal 1 less damage. That's good.
Right, so that
So let's
means
use
that
blight.
he's gonna deal 1 less damage whenever he does anything.
Good news is that we're gonna finish this game in less than 5 minutes.
Bam! Blighted.
Because we're definitely resigning.
Ah!
We actually
not
have
even trying.
that one solution to that.
Oh, you have a way of beating that? There you go. See?
With
For that
Crappy
character?
McCrap Pants can actually do some work here.
And then the final action that
Yes!
he has, we're
He's
gonna
in! He's in!
Yeah.
Our Chronomancer is gonna do some work for us now.
What do you think we should
Gosh.
what do we have left? Maybe another black.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not before his turn though.
All right.
Right? Because he just.
Go ahead.
Okay, your
So-
guys' turn.
It's your turn.
Or do
No,
we get to
we
pick
can go in
order?
any order.
Oh, sweet. So yeah,
so
let's
as well.
wipe
Gosh,
that
spend the
first.
blue.
Yep. It's a white, isn't it? White.
The white.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh,
So
pure
it's
been a
blue.
white.
yeah,
Undo.
we healed him of all
Well,
status
well.
points. And then I think he's probably just gonna sit in the corner and draw some more of these.
Yep.
And that is all that we're doing with that guy. Back to you guys.
So this, if the girl has it, every yellow card, you get extra damage. The Warmonger has every black card, you get extra damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
right
nice.
here for Prime. Play as
Fine.
many black cards as you want.
Well, we're going
Let's
for
do
her
yellow
because she's
first,
got the
yeah.
range, right?
Yeah.
So we have 2 actions
Well, that was just
and then a
damage
bonus
reduction.
action.
We might have actually wanted to move him there first, so that if anybody entered their turn next to him, that we
damage
could
to
have.
the target equal to the total
Put more
number of
damage
cards
on.
played.
I don't think he could have gotten
It
that.
does
So-
three.
Although he won't do
We'll
any
do-
damage then because they're tank people, so they take 1 less damage.
We'll do
And we keep her there and do
one,
3.
but
Or we
this
do
to
3
this
yeah.
guy because he doesn't have the extra
Okay,
expense,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
The same thing,
Yeah.
really.
I don't know.
Bam.
It's hard to tell. I felt like I was gonna lose the first
3
game I
damage?
played.
How'd you do 3 damage?
3
Because
That's
that's
3
cards.
cards? Alright.
Oh, is that the clearing
That's
your
the
throat
signal.
for the signal? That's the
the
signal?
signal.
Dun dun.
We did all the damage!
Oh, you guys won! You won!
Oh.
the whole game. Good
I blame you,
job.
Chronomancer.
Good job, game winners.
So this is technically a 2-player game. It's just that The next game that we're playing is called Fun Employment, and it actually
Employed.
Fun Employed. But you know, you get employed.
Their
You
poster
have
said that, I
employment.
think.
It's
Or
just
don't.
yeah, called Fun Employed, and it is kind of it's a crowd game. It's more fun with more people. So they stuck around, all these cool devs, and Juju Fish from the Tragic Vision live streaming, because he's local too.
Plus, we like
Imagine
games.
that. And they like
Yeah.
games, so it's perfect.
Well,
the perfect
they're
thing.
alright. It's just what I do with my life.
And so this game that you just saw is called Titans Tactics. The developer was disposed.
Different spot for the.
And
Not
obviously,
predisposed,
the ramp
or
up that we had this time would be less each time you play it.
Yeah.
I think once you play this game once or twice, it would happen. It would like play out
Probably
really
for this issue.
smoothly, and you could get into some really heavy tactics.
As a first-time
For
player
sure.
of it, though, it seemed like it's got a lot of replayability, as they were mentioning, for all the different people that you can play as.
Mm-hmm.
So, Fun
Um,
Employed, do we have the